watch every bowl game. Yes, there is a reason why for each. We have some bad news. It happened months ago, but there is a chance you were not paying attention when the Poinsettia Bowl passed away back in January. If you need to sit down or take a moment to let that settle in, it's okay. Somehow, college football fans will have to make do with only 39 FBS-level bowl games, one fewer than a year ago. The good news is that is still a lot of bowls and you should watch every one. Why? Glad you asked. All-time ZT Saturday, December 16th Celebration Bowl at Atlanta, North Carolina. A&T vs. Grambling State, noon, ABC. Why watch? Last year, fans who watched the Celebration Bowl between Meek and SWAC champions discovered FCS star Tarik Cohen, who is now ripping it up with the Chicago Bears. Allow us to introduce you to Grambling quarterback Devin Kincaid. Enjoy. Pick, North Carolina A&T 24-17. New Orleans Bowl, North Texas, +7, vs. Troy, 1 p.m. ESPN. Why watch? One of 3 Conference USA Sun Belt matchups on the first day of bowl season. By the end you might have finally figured out which teams are in Conference USA and which teams are in the Sun Belt. There will be a quiz. Pick, North Texas 34-28. Cure Bowl at Orlando, Florida. Georgia State, +6.5, vs. Western Kentucky, 2:30 p.m. CBS. Why watch? Sun Belt CUSA matchup number 2 features a quarterback in WKU's Mike White who is on the NFL's radar. Pick, Western Kentucky 28-17. Las Vegas Bowl number 25 Boise State, +7, vs. Oregon, 3:30 p.m. ABC. Why watch? Get a look at the quarterback everybody will be talking about heading into next season, Oregon's Justin Herbert. Pick, Oregon 35-21. New Mexico Bowl at Albuquerque, Colorado State, -5.5, vs. Marshall, 4:30 p.m. ESPN. Why watch? You can learn how to spell Albuquerque, the only word in the English language that repeats the letter sequence K, which is why you have such a hard time spelling Albuquerque, by the way. Herd and Rams, much easier. Pick, Colorado State 31-24. Camellia Bowl at Montgomery, Alabama. Arkansas State, -4, vs. Middle Tennessee, 8 p.m. ESPN. Why watch? It is this or an NFL game between the Chiefs and Chargers on Saturday night. The winner of the Camellia Bowl gets a trophy and the players will celebrate as if it is the last meaningful game they will ever play because for many it will be. The winner of Chiefs-Chargers might get to host a playoff game or something. Pick, Arkansas State 35-27. Tuesday, December 19th Boca Raton, Florida, Bowl Akron, +22.5, vs. Fall, 7 p.m. ESPN. Why watch? 2 words. Lane. Train. Lane Kiffin's FA team has won 9 straight. Pick, Fall 45-20. Wednesday, December 20th Frisco, Texas, Bowl Louisiana Tech, +5, vs. SMU, 8 p.m. ESPN. Why watch? New SMU coach Sonny Dykes will coach this game after a week on the job. Will he even have a card key yet? Pick, SMU 38-31. Thursday, December 21st Gasparilla Bowl at St. Petersburg, Florida. Temple, -7, vs. FIU, 8 p.m. ESPN. Why watch? Official title sponsor, Gasparilla Bad Boy Mowers. Finally, lawn care gets a bowl to replace the Pool and Weed Eater Independence. Pick, Temple 31-20. Friday, December 22nd Bahamas Bowl at Nassau, Ohio, -7.5, vs. Sub, 12:30 p.m. ESPN. Why watch? One of the best stories of the season comes to a conclusion as UB, after a 2-year program hiatus, goes for the first bowl victory in school history. Pick, UB 28-24. Famous Idaho Potato Bowl at Boise, Idaho Central Michigan, +1, vs. Wyoming, 4 p.m. ESPN. Why watch? Draft Nook. 3 hours of assessing Cowboys QB Josh Allen's draft stock, whether he plays or not, should hold you over until the Senior Bowl. Pick, Wyoming 23-17. Saturday, December 23, Birmingham, Alabama, Bowl number 23, South Florida, -2.5, versus Texas Tech, noon, ESPNY Watch. Last college game for USF QB Quinton Flowers, who has been one of college football's most exciting players for the last 3 years. Pick, USF 35-31. Armed Forces Bowl at Fort Worth, Texas. San Diego State, -7, versus Army, 3:30 p.m. ESPNY Watch. Army had 4 games in which it did not complete a pass. San Diego State has 2,000-yard rusher and All-American Rashad Penny. After watching what figures to be a 4.5-hour scorefest between USF and Texas Tech, this game could be done in under 3 hours. Pick, San Diego State 24-21. Dollar General Bowl at Mobile, Alabama. Appalachian State, +7.5, versus Toledo, 7 p.m. ESPNY Watch. Toledo's Jason Candle is the coach you will want your favorite Power 5 school to hire next season. Pick, Toledo 33-24. Sunday, December 24th. Hawaii Bowl at Honolulu. Fresno State, +2.5, versus Houston, 8:30 p.m. ESPNY Watch. After laboring through putting together that dollhouse on Christmas Eve, you can watch offensive linemen struggling to block Houston star defensive tackle Ed Oliver and not feel so bad. At least you had instructions. Pick, Fresno State 24-21. Tuesday, December 26th. Heart of Dallas Bowl, West Virginia, +7, versus Utah, 1:30 p.m. ESPNY Watch. You just went a whole day without watching a bowl game. Pick, Utah 28-17. Quick Lane Bowl at Detroit, Northern Illinois, +5.5, versus Duke, 5:15 p.m. ESPNY Watch. Naiu took a running back, turned him into a defensive end, and Sutton Smith ended up leading the nation in tackles for a loss for 28.5. Pick, Duke 21-14. Cactus Bowl at Phoenix, Kansas State, -2, versus UCLA, 9 p.m. ESPNY Watch. The days of watching the Bruins underachieve are likely dwindling with Chip Kelly now at UCLA. Enjoy it while you can, Trojans fans. Pick, Kansas State 24-21. Wednesday, December 27th. Independence Bowl at Shreveport, Louisiana. Southern Mississippi, +15.5, versus Florida State, 1:30 p.m. ESPNY Watch. Find out how excited the Seminoles are to be in Shreveport. Pick, Florida State 38-17. Pinstripe Bowl at New York Boston College, +3, versus Iowa, 5:15 p.m. ESPNY Watch. Does a collision between BCRB A.J. Dillon and Iowa Pound's Josie Jewell sound like an Aaron Judge home run in Yankee Stadium? Pick, Boston College 23-21. Foster Farms Bowl at Santa Clara, California. Arizona, -3.5, versus Purdue, 8:30 p.m. Fox Y Watch. Arizona QB Khalil Tate, and you don't have to stay up past your bedtime or have the Pac-12 network. Pick, Purdue 35-33. Texas Bowl at Houston, Texas, +3, versus Missouri, 9 p.m. ESPNY Watch. You missed the old Big 12. Pick, Missouri 31-24. Thursday, December 28th. Military Bowl at Annapolis, Maryland. Virginia, Pick'em, versus Navy, 1:30 p.m. ESPNY Watch. The NCAA only started keeping track of tackling statistics in 2000, but the FBS record for most in a game is 26. Cavaliers pounds Micah Kaiser against an option offense? Maybe. Pick, Virginia 27-24. Camping World Bowl at Orlando, Florida. 17 Oklahoma State, -4.5, versus 22 Virginia Tech, 5:15 p.m. ESPNY Watch. The first bowl matching top 25 teams. It's like breaking through the wall while running a marathon. Except on your couch. Pick, Oklahoma State 34-24. Alamo Bowl at San Antonio, Stanford, +2.5, versus TCU, 9 p.m. ESPNY watch. Bryce Love has 12 runs of at least 50 yards this season. Only one other team hit that many in the regular season. Pick, TCU 28-24. Holiday Bowl at San Diego Washington State, -2, versus Michigan State, 9 p.m. Fox Y watch. You might get relationship advice from Cougars coach Mike Leach. Pick, Michigan State 24-21. Friday, December 29th Belk Bowl at Charlotte, North Carolina Wake Forest, -3, versus Texas A&M, 1 p.m. ESPNY watch. Did you know Texas A&M gave Jimbo Fisher a 10-year, $75 million contract? Well, you will after this game because we're going to hear a lot about the Aggies' new coach. Pick, Wake Forest 35-24. Sun Bowl at El Paso, Texas North Carolina State, -6.5, versus Arizona State, 3 p.m. CBSY watch. Wolfpack All-America defensive end Bradley Chubb is a destroyer of offensive game plans, stealer of quarterback towels and has been known to break dance after victories. Total package. Pick, NC State 31-21. Music City Bowl at Nashville, Tennessee Kentucky, +7, versus Northwestern, 4:30 p.m. ESPNY watch. Final game for Northwestern RB Justin Jackson, who at barely 200 pounds has 1,231 touches from scrimmage in his career, fourth most in FBS history. Pick, Northwestern 27-23. Arizona Bowl at Tucson, Arizona New Mexico State, +4, versus Utah State, 5:30 p.m. CBSSNY watch. It has been 57 years since New Mexico State played in a bowl. And the last time was also against Utah State. Pick, New Mexico State 35-30. Cotton Bowl Classic at Arlington, Texas Southern California, +7.5, versus Ohio State, 8:30 p.m. ESPNY watch. Either of these teams would have a legitimate chance to win the playoff if they had made it. Oh, yes, they would. Pick, Ohio State 31-27. Saturday, December 30th Tax Slayer Bowl at Jacksonville, Florida Louisville, -6.5, versus Mississippi State, noon, ESPNY watch. We will miss Louisville's Lamar Jackson when he is gone from college football and some bad NFL team is having him throw 3-yard outs on 3rd and 5. Pick, Louisville 31-21. Liberty Bowl at Memphis, Tennessee Iowa State, -3.5, versus Memphis, 12:30 p.m. ABCY watch. In a few years, when Iowa State's Matt Campbell, 38, and Memphis Mike Norville, 36, are coaching against each other in a playoff game, you can say, hey, I remember watching these guys in that Liberty Bowl. Pick, Iowa State 35-31. Fiesta Bowl at Glendale, Arizona Washington, +2, versus Penn State, 4 p.m. ESPNY watch. Two tradition-rich programs meeting for just the third time. This is what bowls used to be. Pick, Penn State 28-21. Orange Bowl at Miami Gardens, Florida Wisconsin, -6.5, versus Miami, 8 p.m. ESPNY watch. Turnover chain. Pick, Wisconsin 24-16. Monday, January 1st Outback Bowl at Tampa, Florida Michigan, -7.5, versus South Carolina, noon, ESPN2Y watch. Michigan could beat a team with a winning record for the first time this season. Or not. Pick, Michigan 28-17. Peach Bowl at Atlanta UCF, +9.5, versus Auburn, 12:30 p.m. ESPNY watch. Either the Knights pull a Boise-type upset and claim they were playoff snubbed or they flop and all the Power 5 snobs can say, we told you so. Pick, Auburn 42-35. Citrus Bowl at Orlando, Florida Notre Dame, +3, versus LSU, 1 p.m. ABCY watch. If the Fighting Irish lose, somehow Coach Brian Kelly will have directed a 5-win turnaround and still managed to leave Notre Dame fans disappointed. Pick, LSU 28-20. Rose Bowl, CFP semifinal, at Pasadena, California. Oklahoma, +2, versus Georgia, 5:10 p.m. ESPNY Watch. Baker Mayfield and Oklahoma's ridiculous offense versus Roquan Smith and Georgia's nasty defense. Pick, Georgia 35-28. Sugar Bowl, CFP semifinal, at New Orleans. Clemson, +3, versus Alabama, 8:45 p.m. ESPNY Watch. Did you see the last two times these teams played? Pick, Clemson 21-17. Monday, January 8. College Football Playoff Championship at Atlanta. Clemson